Coach Wash, inspired by the gift. My journey is different. I'm here with Mr. Martin Keeley. Martin Keeley.
Man.
He got a #1 hit called Why Runts. Mr. Artist himself.
Yes, sir.
One of
yes,
my
sir.
baby boys.
Yes,
Glad
sir.
to have you, sir.
Good to have you, man. Good to be here. Good to be here.
Let's go a little background on Mr. Keeley and what Mr. Keeley is going through and going forward in his life.
Man, back then, I started from the field. Feel me? Started from football. Was one of the pretty good. You feel me? And started getting into music, and music just was more of a calling to me. I just started messing with that more, and it was something that was more natural to me.
Okay.
It was to a point where even the boys was telling me, like, bro, if you don't like football, do music. Like that can get you somewhere.
So it really just took off when football, you kind of was like out of it.
Yeah.
And you were just like, boom, I'm just gonna do music.
Yeah, tight, basically. We was just doing that, cause,
What has music done for you to bring more of what God has given you, the gift?
Music's brought me more guidance and a lot of more maturity, and showing me like how people really are for who they are, and don't always, you feel me, judge a book by its cover. Don't always judge somebody off of just looks or what they hear or what you hear, because that's all this industry is just really like he say, she say.
Mm-hmm.
So it just shows you to steer your head clear. Always have a steady mind to be strong about your opinions, your decisions.
Wow. What was the defining moment? Give me the defining moment when Keeley said, you know what, football's not going to work. This is not something that I'm really passionate about anymore. What was the defining moment that you said, okay, I'm going to walk this path and figure it out?
I think, honestly, it was my junior year. It was my junior year right after, like, all the little situation I had go down at Centennial. I left that alone, and, I was still playing football, but I wasn't really so hard on the field. Because I was usually used to, just freestyling, playing around with it, and it came to a day I had my homie pick me up. His name is Jacob. He picked me up and took me to a studio session right after I had a practice. It was after practice. And I did one song. I was just playing around, but everybody in there was like, "You didn't write that?" I was like,
"Oh, that was all freestyle."
Yeah, and it was one song all the way through, and they were just like, "Yeah, you have something here. Like, you're talented. You didn't even breathe. Like, didn't think to go twice back on it. That's just all. That was what you wrote down." I'm like, "Nah."
Oh.
Just came through, and that was the day I just thought to myself, like, I'm confident about it. I can do this.
So you became confident in it. And I have to ask this question. When I see you with all the tattoos, I don't judge you. I love you. I see all
man.
that.
Yeah, man.
So what's the biggest adversity dealing with this industry world? And what's the biggest adversity that allowed you to grow?
Honestly, I feel like the thing that's really gave me adversity to grow was just me being confident in myself. Because it's so much you can do this, or somebody tell you this, or somebody tell you, oh, you can go get signed, you can do this right now, get all this money. It's like it's a cycle. So when you think of that cycle and how other rappers are and how other artists are in this industry, you see them, they don't ever be just comfortable. No one's ever comfortable in this. So it's like you doing it on your own is already a statement. And it's like your music and your creativity and the way you come about it is so strong that all these labels, everybody want to bite. So it's like it shows you your goals of how far you can go and how much you can do. So I mean, for me, that's really what music brought me. It showed me more confidence. It showed me I'm worth more than I am.
I'm worth more than I am. Now, where do you feel that God is allowing you to go in this music industry?
Where, honestly, I feel like wherever he takes me, and it's where my hard work goes into it first. From writing a beat to creating that whole flow to get down to the 808s to just listening to a beat just in general. It's just I feel like God's showing me, all right, this is what we're gonna do to get you where you need to get to, because this is in your heart. It's embedded in me, honestly. At this point, it's so much. I'm so creative in the music industry and creative with the music that it makes me at times almost forget about everything else. Like,
So
life
it zones
don't
you
even,
out.
yeah, it zones me out. It's like it's my therapy, honestly.
So being in your therapy, when do you have time to focus on just you?
When I'm in the studio, listen back to a beat, or before I even go to sleep, after I pray and about to close my eyes, I usually just think everything I did so far and what else I can do to make myself better, and just what God can at least bring to me as blessings, as long as I'm keep myself out the way. You know?
I want to go back real quick. Everybody doesn't really know this. It was in, I guess, 2015.
Man, good year.
You was in 8th grade.
Yes, sir.
You played football for a 7-on-7 team, which I was your head coach.
Yes, sir. He was raw. We was raw.
We were raw.
That. We was raw. Know that.
I want to take it back there. When I saw you make an interception, I think it was well, you did the interception before Fortune did.
Yeah, that was to seal the game.
To seal the game. What ran through your mind at that time of who Keely was at that time?
I mean, honestly, when it was football, it was just like a second nature. Like, football was just like how this music stuff is for me now.
Yeah,
there
you go.
It's a second nature. It's off reaction. So it's like, off a pick, as a DB, what you reading? You're not even reading the quarterback. You're reading at a receiver.
Yeah.
So you see that receiver eyes get big. You see that receiver open up like, oh yeah, this him. It's that instant go. It's that go.
So you use that same instinct now.
Oh yeah, and it's dangerous. That's why it's like, I take so much stuff from football and put it into this music stuff, so it's easier. Some people would say like, oh, it'd take years to do that. It really don't. It just takes real focus. It just takes real focus and real determination.
So what you're saying, you're intertwining everything that you have went through and everything you've learned to now applying it to the music aspect.
Because I've always had a hard work ethic. You know that. I've always had a hard work ethic.
You just don't show up all the time.
See? But when I show what I do.
Yeah.
Do it.
No, you got it. I give you that.
I
do.
You good. I'll be good. Man.
Yeah. You just didn't show up all the time.
No, I do.
But when you showed up, you showed up. So.
No, for sure did.
Going into Martin Keely, the man, the person, the young man, the hardest, craziest, wildest thing you've ever seen mentally, emotionally, physically, that changed your belief and trust in God?
Honestly, I would say, and I really don't tell too many people this because it's touching to me. I had a situation where my brother really needed me, and it was to a point where I wasn't with him and he was somewhere else, and he got into a real bad car accident. And I just prayed the whole night through, just really just trying to seek just better for him, not even for me, because I'm not a me person. I don't put myself first, and I should honestly more, but I just don't. I'm more of I help more than I'm getting help. So it was that time when I seen how he was. We were living life so fast, so everything was just going. Everything was going good. It's just like God could put obstacles in certain situations that make you really think. Don't live life is so fast, or live life in a certain way where you are still safe at the same time and you're still headstrong and mindful of what you're doing. When you're not mindful of music, this industry can help you go places. And I mean places. You can be everywhere in this music industry. Your head can be everywhere. You can get lost in this and not even know who you are and be damn near have an identity crisis. I've heard too many people have stuff like that. And I feel like honestly it's because they don't talk to God enough. They really don't talk. They not one with themselves. They don't talk to God. They're not really speaking to themselves like real and truthfully. They think everything gonna be fine because either money or I got
So
something, I got this. Yeah.
Or they're brainwashed. Or they're just lost, which we all have.
Yeah.
We all have been.
That day, that showed me. After my homie called me, he wasn't in the greatest
What happened?
state, but he blacked out driving a Mustang, and he was trying to return it. It was I think it was on a Turo. It was like a rental.
Yeah.
And he was speeding, but he wasn't realizing how fast he was going. He looked down at his phone, he said, and everything else. He said he went black, but from what they said, his car flipped 5 times and hit a tree.
Wow. Wow.
And he was still here, still kicking. That's why it's like God works in mysterious ways. He don't always give it easy for everybody.
So that did something to you.
Yeah, because it showed me, I could have been in that car. It was to a point where it's like, he told me like, hey bro, you trying to come? Just come with me right quick. And I was like, we got a session. And I was just thinking what was more important at the time, you feel me? And he was just gonna go drop it off. So it's like, honestly, I could have been me in that car. It could have been a lot of situations where I could have been
So it was an eye opener.
Yeah, very big eye opener, feel me? That, I crashed the year before, bad. Then I crashed out, I flipped and hit the center divider.
Are you laughing about it?
No, it was because I was laughing about it because it's just like, you know, that was my first time. I was like, oh snap, this is what a car accident's like, you know? But at the same time, it was like, that was an eye opener for me, like, all right, chill out.
Okay.
But my homie, it was just because we were doing good. We were not really doing as much, but life was still hitting us and we're not realizing how quick stuff can go.
Wow.
You know?
Wow. Now, how would you say your journey is so different than everybody else's? Because we all do different things.
Honestly, I say my journey is different because I've had a lot of people tell me that I was not meant for this, or I'm just mediocre or basic to the industry or basic to music. Like, everybody sound the same. But the thing is that really sets you different is the people who tell you that you sound the same is gonna be the same people who gonna tell you you're one of the hardest out later on in life. That's the thing that people have to get down.
So
like,
it's a contradictory statement.
Yeah, like they gonna tell you that because they obviously haven't heard something that they like till they like it.
Okay.
So it's like, for somebody to tell you that and somebody to put you in predicaments like that, it's like, you know, you want to go harder because you want to always prove somebody wrong.
Hold on real quick. Keep running, y'all. Keep running. My bad. That's just the coach in me.
Nah,
I don't even coach these kids, but right now.
Man.
Okay. What's next on the agenda?
Man, honestly,
Mr. Martin Keeley.
I'm working on it.
Mr. AYB. Is it AYB? How you say it? AYB? YYB?
KYB.
KYB. Oh, okay. Hey, I'm old school, so
it's all good,
you give
man.
me Ice Tray, I'm gonna say Ice Cube. So, you know.
Ice Tray and Ice Cube. Man. But nah, I got an album coming, you know, I'm working right now. I'm not gonna say when it's coming, but it's coming soon, you know. I'm dropping more videos. I'm finna have a lot more content coming this year. But that's what I gave myself a mindset to just drop more content. I need to be more consistent.
Who you been working with?
I've been honestly just working on me. It's just been me, myself, and I. That's how I really take it. I'll work with certain people who reach out to me, who pay for the feature, who really need work. Cause it's certain artists I do work with and certain artists I don't work with. Not because I don't mess with them. I mess with every artist genuinely. It's just nobody's tapped in like that. Some people don't come about situations the right way. So you know. So you just try to steer of who's who and who really wants to work and who really just trying to do it for, feel me, the cloud's perspective, the media perspective. That's all this be really for real.
Mr. Martin Keeley, man, where can they reach you at? Where can people talk and listen to your music?
You can listen to me on all platforms: Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube TV, Pandora, Tidal, anywhere you can think of. You can listen to music. You can find me. My @ on social media, Instagram is kyb.kata, and my Twitter is Kata Bennett 2him. 2him, not too hot, 2him.
Yeah. We'll post all that. He said 2him.
2him.
Nah, I'm just glad that you're here. I'm glad you're living.
Yes, sir.
I'm glad that you are still breathing to be able to have a ministry, because your ministry's gonna come later.
Of course.
And I always say that. You know,
course.
it's always a platform for ministry. And whatever God's going to allow you to do now that you want to do, He's going to bring you back to that whole dynamicness of your true purpose, your true divine ordained life that He has made you for. I love that you're staying busy.
Of course, got to.
I love that you're staying, you know, engaged in part of your gift. You know, so the football didn't work out. Cool.
It's all good. Hey,
it doesn't always work out.
All my boys on the field.
As long as you find your niche, dude.
You feel me? As long as you find it.
As long as you find
the league is for not for everybody, but it's, you feel me? If you got it, you got it.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. I'm glad you're still breathing. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh man,
I'm
telling you, I be out the way. I don't be doing nothing.
I watched a couple of those videos though.
Man, that was then. That was then.
I'm like, where Keely going?
I had to exclude myself, feel me, from certain situations, man.
Did he sign some contract? Like,
man.
With the other people?
Nah. With the other people? Oh man, I just been staying out the way, you know, just making money, trying to collect, be me, trying to come back to finding myself, you feel me? Because this music stuff will have you go everywhere. You'll be one place, like I said, and the other the next day. So it's like I just try to keep myself, keep my head, and everything else in one piece, in one place, safely and soundly. You know?
Glad to have you, Mr. Martin Keely.
Got to be here, man. Glad to be here, man.
What is it, KYB again?
Yes, sir. Yes,
okay,
sir.
KYB on Instagram?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. I just got to make sure. I'm about to say AWY or whatever. My bad.
Get this man, man.
Hey, I'm like this. Hey, this is inspired by the gift. My journey is different. Thanks to Martin Keely.
Yes, sir.
Go look him up.
KYB.
Tag him, hashtag him, whatever you want to do. Follow him. Y'all have a blessed day, and we out.